Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about this fucking goober right here. His name is Ben, and Ben is basically just one of your typical Sigma male goober content creators. If I had to compare him to anyone, it'd be like Tristan or Andrew Tate, or someone close to them, or maybe like the skinny Andrew Tate who's like Tandrew Yate. And I'm sure you've seen that guy too. He's constantly flexing about his McLaren and he looks like a fucking string bean. And he talks about how he doesn't need muscles because he's got money. But he never actually proves that he has a lot of money. He just has a McLaren, which makes me wonder if it's like rented or something like that. Who knows? But that's not who we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about this goofball and his fucking crazy ass stories. And this dude, he's done fucking everything, dude. Call this man Johnny Sins. The way he talks about his fucking life, you'd think he was like a GTA character because he's done everything pretty much, or so he says. He was like a fucking counter-terrorist for 10 years or something, which if you know the lore, and I'm gonna show you a video here in a little bit, that doesn't make any fucking sense. This dude is a liar, pants on fire. He is constantly being caught in lies. So I think we'll start this video with an all-time classic. I'm pretty sure everyone that's been on the internet has heard this story because it's fucking everywhere and it's ridiculous. So let's just start there.
When I was younger, when I arrived to the US, I started eating at a Chinese restaurant right across the street from our apartment building. The owner was, for me, Master Shifu. Eventually, the owner fell in love with me and he said, "That kid is special. He really is." And I would come to him, and before I would eat, he would move all of the tables and he would teach me Kung Fu. And I was 10 years old. So I learned how to move with the Kung Fu, and I loved it. And that inspired me to want to go and train with the Shaolin monks.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of a story that just happened to me a few days ago. I was hanging out with my two best friends, Steph Curry and LA Knight, and out of nowhere, the president fucking fell from the sky and gave me a presidential, like, Medal of Freedom for having the biggest cock in America. Everyone around me cheered, and then Donald Trump asked me if I could fuck his wife. It was insane. Like, I swear, it really did happen. And then after that, fucking... Yeah. All right, that's enough bullshitting. So let's really analyze this story. So first off, his sensei was named Master Shifu. Man, you can't make this shit up. Okay, so he's fresh in America. This is like his first few years, I'm pretty sure. He starts going to this Chinese food place right next to his apartment, and this dude just decides that he likes him and fucking teaches him kung fu before the store opens every day. Are you fucking serious? And then he started training with Shaolin monks like he's fucking Batman. What the fuck kind of story is that? How am I supposed to believe this bullshit? You motherfucker? And that's like not even the best part, because then he started like, in one thing he was talking about like Shaolin monks, and now you gotta like fucking hit your head 1,000,000 times so your skull can get strong because it's the strongest bone or some shit, even though that's just not fucking true. The two strongest bones in your body, in case you didn't know, are both located in your legs. It's the femur and the tibia. Those are the two strongest ones, but he wants you to believe that the skull is the strongest so you can start fucking, like, giving yourself a concussion. The story I just told about being best friends with LA Knight and Steph Curry and having Donald Trump like me because of my cock or some whatever the fuck I was going on about, that story that I just told is more fucking probable than whatever the fuck you were going on about. So you're telling me some guy named Master Shifu taught you Kung Fu in a Chinese restaurant before they opened every single day? Man, you fucking lost it. There's no way that you expect me to believe this bullshit. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg. His stories just get more and more insane, like this one right here.
I fought 30 guys at the same time and they couldn't take me out. I trained martial arts my whole life. Go up to one of the guys, smack him in the head. The other boys go, "Hey bro, relax. We'll call the police." "What do you mean relax? Everybody gets beat up. Everybody gets knocked out. Everybody's going to sleep. Once everybody's asleep, then..."
Yeah, I beat 30 guys by myself. They're also all ninjas. I forgot to put that part in. No, the fuck you didn't, brother, okay? Just why do you feel the need to lie? The Sigma Male Act hasn't been popular since like 2023. Like, it's getting old. No one fucking cares anymore. Well, some like insecure men still do, but it's a very small minority. And, you know, there's scraggler content creators like that skinny dude I was talking about. Andrew Tate is still Andrew Tate, and every once in a while you select that one video and it's like, "Don't put me in a vulnerable situation because you won't like the outcome. I'll jelk and then strike on you like a tiger." because that's what Sigma males do. We attack when you least expect it. You'll see videos like that and people will be in the comments, mostly Israeli or people like that, and they're like, oh my god, this is just like me. And you know, those people, you're a lost cause. I'm sorry. If you're watching that stuff in the big 26, almost 4 years after it was like originally popular, I can't help you, okay? You're gonna have to do some soul searching or something, because I can't help you. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, this dude's just got a bunch of really fucking stupid ass stories. And the reason why I'm talking about this, I know so many people have made videos on this guy like a really long time ago. I just found out about it like a few nights ago, and tonight I did like a little deep dive into most of his content. And this dude lies a lot. All right, so we're gonna like talk about this like little cinematic universe here, because this dude might as well be in a movie at this point. He's oh, speaking of which, he's a fucking actor.
Sure you can handle some more of that stuff? I got the cash. Who the hell are you?
I'm the same team.
This is my battle and you're gonna stay out of this.
And not a good actor either. You just saw the clip. That dude fucking sucks. He's like a to-be actor, like some fucking horrible TikTok star like movie. It's not good. And while we're on that topic, the reason why he's not a good actor anymore is because, and I swear to God he said this, Kevin Hart is gay and tried to come on to him, so he decided to stop acting. Dude, it's true. I'll put it up right now.
Kevin Hart lives right down the street from me, you know? So I don't know if you know, but he's gay. I've never ever talked about this. Let me hear. I've never actually shared this with anybody because I was embarrassed, but he said Diddy right now, so I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if it's in the open or not. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I went and I signed up for the school in Howard Fine years ago, and I was planning to become top actor. He told me I was so talented, and it was...
How long did you take?
Not long. Not long. Yeah. Well, he let's say approached me in the wrong ways. Yeah, multiple times.
I'll get you the role. I'll get you
and he tried.
The next movie.
And he tried.
Rub the legs.
And I was like, well, what are you doing?
Right.
At the end, he gave me back all my money because he was scared. He refunded me all of my money, by the way.
For all the classes?
Yeah, for all the classes. And I left that in there. And I was so fucking
You're my guy, dude. You're my guy.
And that was years ago, and he kind of killed my dream.
Well, there you have it. Kevin Hart's apparently gay and was rubbing up on this dude's legs. So we're just gonna move on to like a little timeline that I've kind of made from like all of his different stories. So we'll start off this timeline with the most infamous story, him learning Kung Fu from Shifu. And then after that, there's not too many like notable stories. But then when he becomes an adult, he becomes homeless and goes to train with Shaolin monks. Okay, this is when it starts to get a little weird. This is when the timeline really starts to like kind of get all mixed up and shit, because after that, he starts telemarketing, real estate, and like all this other shit, like investments and shit. And now all of a sudden, he's like an anti-terrorist. When the fuck would he have time to do all this shit? He is 35, all right? This motherfucker has a lot of explaining to do because the math isn't adding up. If he spent like years training with fucking Shaolin monks and is doing like real estate and all this other shit, how the fuck could he have possibly been a counter-terrorist? And on top of that, he's doing like all sorts of other side quests apparently, where he's like fighting 30 ninjas or whatever the fuck. I need a timeline from this fucking guy, because there's, even with a timeline, there's just no fucking shot this is possible unless something is overlapping and he was like a fucking counter-terrorist while training with Shaolin monks, like a special monk service where they go around beating the holy hell out of terrorists. Because there's just no shot that he could do all this shit in 35, not even 35 years, like 20. And there's plenty of more stories that I haven't even covered, so I'm willing to bet the timeline gets even more jumbled if I were to really dig into this further than the little rabbit hole I went on last night. So maybe I will go into that a little more and make like a short, who knows. But now I want to get into like the real shit. His sexual assault allegations and the allegations that he's a pedophile, which hold ground, and he admitted to. So basically, just to, you know, dive right in here, no condom, just like he did. That's fucked up. Yo, that is fucked up. Yeah, I'm probably not going to say anything like that ever again. But basically the allegations are he was 18 and he brought this 15-year-old girl to a party with his brother, and they got her super fucking like turned up. A bunch of alcohol, a bunch of like drugs, like basically peer pressuring her and like being like, here, take this nonstop, getting her nice and ready, you know. And then, you know, they had their way. That's rape. She cannot consent anyway because she's 15. That's pedophilia, but that's also rape, statutory and normal, because you can't consent when you are under the influence of anything. You also can't consent if you're 15. Now, in some states, there is this thing called the Romeo and Juliet law, I think it's called, and it basically, just to boil it down, it's just if you're 18. 4 years younger than you, that's the limit, can consent to having sexual relations with you. I'm pretty sure that's the law. Don't quote me on it because, you know, I don't know 100%. So maybe he can get away with the statutory part. I mean, he got away with everything, but if he was being charged today, he could maybe get away with the statutory part, but he's kind of cooked on the rape part. That's just fucking rape. So yeah, you know, like, besides the fact that he does everything and he's also practically a movie star, and has apparently been like touched by Kevin Hart and trained with Shaolin monks and has like the strongest head ever or whatever the fuck. Apparently he's also a rapist. So, you know, that's kind of cool. It's a nice little balance, you know, like yin and yang, since he knows all kung fu and shit. With the good, there must be evil, you know? So, all right, I think it's time to end this video. If you liked it, please subscribe, like, all that good shit. Yeah, see ya.
Straight, you know, just keeping my foot on the pedestal. Now all the bad bitches from Clubhouse are inquiring about my income from TikTok. I damn Bam kept it chill downtown. I didn't want to have to let him make his blick pop. Hey, go screen that no water little raw, nigga, if I had to make my glizzy raw. I used to have hoop dreams until I found out there were other ways to score. If you're gonna be my bitch, you have to be obedient. You cannot be a whore. You cannot be so 35.